the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Ene ewo ekosi sen dwumadie so enyam se as usual regular host Philip Osei-Bonsu di adodo na de nim na adodo na de frɛ no ene Obi akwa heated argument between Obi and Omanhene Kwabena Asante. Na komoni nyina efa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ayenyanim said just recently the fair gentleman of the land ebu na ketem ekopiemu ewo Japan ekodi dwuma sonko ama omankonkon Ghana na ne nyina efa jeta odekoye ana airplane na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ene ne kofo the Foreign Affairs Minister Okudzeto ablakwa ene penfume be no mo NDC amanyokunum Ofosu Kwakye ekan bi edekoye nenyam se NDC amanyoko no Okudzeto ablakwa abrana NPP amanyokunu abem na NDC wo opposition be propaganda trona da edegu na adakwa Kufuor former president enu hufi basa nenem ena propaganda omoye yenti Excellency John Dramani Mahama tukwan ya nani ewu ontimi emfa presidential jet no nana ene okosi sentiment no Obi try say obe defend Okudzeto ablakwa ene ne NDC amunyoko no nende Omanhene Kwabena Asante say Obi jaika na mi jatie ene Omanhene Kwabena Asante lose control Obi so ye pa ne ho ana Obi twem phone the minister in charge of government communication Felix Ofosu Kwakye na Ofosu Kwakye enso de nsem kakra tudwa fa Excellency John Dramani Mahama na kwanto nsem bi de abetudwa say is Excellency John Dramani Mahama stranded Dubai na no nanam so Obi try de defend Okudzeto Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne NDC amanyoko ne de Omanhene Kwabena Asante amfa Obi ho anche na busia wo de enjebre ye ntie enne nsema ekoso okosi sen dwumadi.
Omanhene should take a position. When we take a position, people will be responsible for that position that we have taken. Did I hear you say the president was somewhere 22 hours?
Yes, I made that point. And
is that the fact?
Yeah, that's the fact.
What are the reasons for the 22 hours?
Okay. And let me correct this. Ebimo ese Omanhene I was stranded. Dubai for 22 hours and yet stranded. When you are in transit, it doesn't mean we introduce the word stranded with different connotation. But he was in transit in US, for example, Brussels Airlines.
You cannot compare yourself to me. So men can say you don't move with any detail. You don't move with Ghana time. But men can say you are not compare. You can't compare yourself to the president. Said what's the president?
But that's not what I'm saying.
Now you said
I am explaining what transit.
Well, we are in transit.
Maybe must say why is stranded. That's what I want to explain.
But I said also because I said you quiet transit. But my pay won't go to yet on your transit.
No, me but trouble. The American say transit would mean say one call US of A. Flight now for free Ghana. Who do Brussels? I was saying another connecting flight. If you have over 2 hours,
no problem. Say
good. Now a transit.
It's now what's saying
for close to 22 hours. Roughly by 20 hours. From 6 a.m. Monday morning. And now Okodru Dubai.
And I'll see.
But Olufri 2:40 a.m.
And I'll see. Tuesday. Was it an avoidable situation? Could it have been avoided that 22 hours? No.
Sir, a commercial airline.
No, Mr. Could it have been avoided? Avoid this 22 hours.
How do you avoid
no, commercial flight? Commercial. As well, watch them commercial transit. Definitely. Now, sir, 22 hours. Was it avoidable by other means?
That one. Okay, let me ask the government communications minister. The Honorable Felix Kwakye Ofosu, Omanhene and a court trip were joining from Yokohama in Japan. The Honorable Government Communications Minister, Oteminka Akwabe Kosi saying Suni. Now, me pacho wa promo ye there.
Oh, nanya dungi dia boko.
Omanhene so ho ye there.
Obia ho ye.
Yeah, danyame ase. Enti edikan roll cast through. I mean, we knew say Mufri has Sunday and but we realize Enra Anopa, which is Tuesday morning, mum, and Amoko Drew, Japan. Why? What happened? Omanhene, ejina baby for baby, Anna.
Obi, but I see the I'm saying, Nkomodi Abba, Omanhene Akoichi Omono. Le tribe na ukan na boma. A certain desperate attempt by MP Jaman Yoko. Say, a member born here on the Buya. Na the move and the Bonano, a physical seggy, a year when they say wasteful expenditure. You may be a cassette, Ghana for cassette, and drink to a bit here, woman. And I'm a more pair when so far. Eddie Yesse, dear, no. I'm here and you're announcing to me. If I say, you can't sit here and you're in tea. Aquafa and which should be Eddie Abram and Penny and a coin to me. A Shafi, a someone, a year Vincent as if for a year MP for Tafo. Eddie Batuga, not any no cray, and la. Minan is a wow confront to say the record street. And no, I made Mano. And now, Abaton from him, and before the any some media persons in the Namoka. So, young NDC for young far a chow pamra because of the criticism the level against Akufo-Addo. Now, said the young Okudzeto, and I see any beautiful for Emma Omanhene country. That is the summary of Nkomodi Ayokoso. No clear women say Sankomodi no. And then look a bebra. The first point you say a year aircraft and I say Omanhene area mission Nkomodi. And yet honorable Ablakwa and the shares Sankomodi na so Ghana Bakosini. We reduce the university kakra. At least you are in your early 40s.
Yes.
As far back as the late 90s, President Rollins Aban Ekoto Gulf Stream through a special purpose vehicle arrangement. Sabanone HSBC Bank. You know. A year in Shan Omanhene Etumo Kwan Nsem Abeya Nsem Ghana. At the time, na Onyanfo Hakman Uswajiman, only ranking member of Foreign Affairs. Almost a week here, one is abandoned the day say or Pato Gulf Stream. Say the day Omanhene did it. In fact, a week Abra MP before by 2001, Omanhene for all the 8 years of baby Oman was one to Gulf Stream no da. Because first, almost a say and number two, they were even claiming said because of the special purpose vehicle arrangement through Galilee, you know, when we be akoso. I thought we assigned to a committee chaired by the late J.H. Mensah and NASA and Foreign Minister Onyanfo Safumafu and then presidential spokesman could the point. Aya Benders said almost share God's stream, mentoring them Nsem. Interestingly, almost so many because now the way the uncle so. And you know, towards the tail end of the Okudzeto administration, one tons of Gulf Stream, Edward simulated for China. And more than China, between 2010 and 2011, our President Mills Abano here said, Opese Oto, if you send them Ghana, a Frafo, Abako, my Embraer, lay 100-seater jet for Ghana Armed Forces, Air Force, and other aircraft to be. Okay, they are empty before you. In fact, I mean to know all the actual some aircraft the two President Mahama so say President Mills investigating. So okay.
Yes.
For corruption. And I'm they opposed it vigorously in Parliament.
Yeah, because I think I don't know when Honorable Martin Amidu raised it the first time. No, Martin Amidu, one of his epistles.
Martin Amidu never spoke about any investigation of Mahama. I can't before the draw for several years on that matter. I'm tracing this to let you know. Say, Omanhene going to an area to the day. It didn't start with Honorable Ablakwa saying MP before person on the channel. This is the history of the MP PPE as far as presidential aircraft. And in fact, the general purchase of aircraft for Ghana is concerned. So more than 10 years, somewhere between 2021 to 2023. And the two that said, Omanhene Akufo-Addo or renting aircraft we are not born through. So I mentioned movie indeed. In Tia said, Sounds started somewhere in 2018. And now renting aircraft. The mere rental of aircraft is kind of some. Of course, if you can show say presidential jet, and what to China. Now we get alternative arrangement and no problem. There are two options. Either so called commercial and also over rented aircraft. Now in the rental, you go for an optional, but we say a functional, safe, but nobody needs to affect the public purse, especially at the time there was severe economic crisis. A binance asset to the catch Ghana for no matter the Bosnia bond holders 1.3 million so only to change your moka. You cannot, as a president, in the face of this, go for extravagant aircraft. That was the point. Not honorable Kwakye all the time. Indeed, at the time, they hadn't even told us that there was a problem with the presidential aircraft until say honorable need to about parliament. They can't. And the car so Omanhene. So Ghana righteously condemned the Akufo-Addo administration for extravagance. Omanhene Mahama, 2013 to 2017, there were periods and there were problems with the presidential jets. When rented that kind of expensive aircraft, indeed, my car will program so that let's repeat. So there was a time when Omanhene Mahama to economy from Lufthansa, Germany to Accra, number of flights in Libya. So I know. Nsem-Pii rented aircraft, expensive one, say presidential jet not selling. But in fact, in an aircraft, an economy seating one, we didn't even have business class, Lufthansa, or nobody. In the alternative, no, offer commercial, many not commercial aircraft to find a penalty. When and about Abel 2025. Now, what's it to find it? The first one here, and they say the claims are not the previous government are here about presidential aircraft. Okay, I said the friend of communication squadron, which is a unit in the Air Force, Omanhene and Shensha Omansano. Money technical report on the state of the aircraft. The buyer, my aircraft, claim bill of health, say it to me, it took one. And initially, now Omanhene the Jata jet, now opportunity. And it's free. The only thing I know talk any fuel. But he was not paying for renting the aircraft because an aircraft I really had to be in or told long before our Omanhene. I don't know, I don't know the position now. So person to kwanya odeko even the elected na yan family you could not so formally no. What can I say or your travels be to some African countries?
Yeah, to some African countries.
To use that jet. Yes. If you buy now, they were doing the assessment of the presidential aircraft. And I said, look, I have this data jet and I'm using it. Let me not burden the taxpayer. I'm use it until time I'm reports FC Air Force One. In fact, Air Force One by the castle at that time the aircraft can fly. In fact, make Omanhene any other officials at presidential aircraft in around March and May. Echo Tanzania, Echo Kenya, Echo Angola. The aircraft, presidential aircraft, Falcon took us there and back. But from my experience sitting in the aircraft at the time, now it was a normal flight. There was nothing unusual. It was a normal flight. But the aircraft, periodically, a call for maintenance. If you call maintenance, they are 3-4 months. A call your assessment, ascended down and said, no, only commotion. Aircraft, let somebody be iron natchez. Before thanking other party. In fact, Dr. Manebuama, now he went to Parliament to answer this question. In answer to Honorable Federal question. So, okay.
Yes, I remember.
So he gave the details of the state of the aircraft. So that is the state of the aircraft as we speak. So see, and it's not available to fly. It's Omanhene Mahama. In previous cases, we have still used the data jet if it is available. So it's not available. And now say it will call long haul flighter. Or use commercial. Say you use Emirates. I'm sure the way to find if you are familiar with the way aircraft run. So Sawofa aircraft now will transit here. The aircraft are Odefa original. And they call the base of the aircraft, which is in this case Emirates and Dubai. Is a one Odefa to transit. We call Emirates longer in Peninsula Etna for waiting to connect a flight. In the case of President Mamano, he is also a president, so there are security and diplomatic arrangements. Sometimes it's in the foul tarmac also. And they call a holding area waiting for the connecting flight. Sometimes the embassy officials will make arrangements. So what do will be there? And yet there be a separate opinion before connecting to where you are going. It's now maintaining our option. Say the same extravagant rental of jets, $17,000 an hour, and not but I said there be the most comfortable option. But at least or how there are adequate arrangements a bit you could do. In the before the staff seeking dedication say for black and others are cassetia that wasteful expenditure in the time of economic hardship. There's nothing to apologize for. But tell me what can do. The aircraft far from our friends. That's all for maintenance. Say eba na military aircraft assess it. No more so why I did to you to contain the call and will the call Tanzania. We are going man be could so no. If you it will be used. If they determine so the idea do know it is not fit for that kind of flight. Other arrangements should be made in terms of who say you better for and nothing you make any other arrangement. It's something that will be discussed openly and transparently to go through due process and will be able to know this. But since here and there, is to put an end to this mischievous commentary. And developers said they want to equalize. Nobody owes him an apology for criticizing wasteful, extravagant rental of jets. Jata jets. And yet, luxurious aircraft too. And a function, this would work with the person who could be if it is in good shape. With Roma, it is not luxurious. Several times, he could have gone to rent similar aircraft and maintaining Mama Akufo. But President Mama does not believe so the Mantenia for Omanhene which way the my wedding as one kitchen. I'm not about to talk and as I say, the mouse square, how much of them however, such a with that may back me our bra in your personal life won't mention fear, won't you be liable for criticism?
Yes.
$500,000, $500,000. Now, which means you must school fees. Am I not entitled to criticize your behavior?
But
if on another occasion, Sawato, Corolla, and Camry, and now Hyundai, and now Kia been out the more. Everybody will so say, what is you are living within your means? While at the same time, making sure say, if you so wash Roma. That is what President is doing. But Nipokoto lay back, not come and tell you. Simply because you are riding a Kia and also your car into the patch of That is what the MPP is telling us.
Very well. The answer, the answer to the question I asked earlier, and it said, yes, the president was in transit in Dubai for close to 20 hours, right?
It's 20 hours, about 11, 12 hours. Let me be kind, began on Friday. I also laid over in Dubai before I continued.
But you think, hello, me Patrol Timinka. Honorable Patrol Timinka. Hello? Ooh. Hello? Too bad. I was here science with friendly. I think it's with the line. It's here for the Bechayen. He joined us all the way from Yokohama in Japan. And he was science with friendly.